What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of K-Cards Baseball. Today we are from the Minnesota Card Show. This is the August edition of the Minnesota Card Show, and it is 11 o'clock in the morning, and the place is already wall-to-wall, absolutely jam-packed. It's really difficult to get around in here, but we'll make do. It is always a really fun show to attend, and we will see what kind of deals we can find here today. Today we're primarily looking at getting rid of a little bit of Pokémon. If you do remember a video I made a month and a half ago, I did buy some Pokémon product, which was an absolute mistake. Never do it again because I don't know anything about Pokémon, so I'm actually just looking at getting rid of that product that I picked up on that day. I don't even care if I take a loss on it, so I just wanted to get it out of my life, to be honest. So that's one thing that we're going to do today. And then we're primarily going to look through a lot of single boxes. I don't have any specific hunt cards that I'm looking for today. If I find a really good deal, I might possibly do something like that. But we're just primarily going to look through single boxes and seeing if we can find some really good prospect cards today. So that is the main mission for today. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into the August edition of the Minnesota Sports Card Show. Alrighty guys, here's a little aerial look at the Minnesota Card Show today. You can see it's absolutely packed. Loaded in here. It's probably because it's really bad weather outside today. So I imagine that drove a lot of people inside today. Generally, all the tables are 3 to 4 people deep, especially those people that have display boxes or singles that they're selling, as you can see right there. And also, this table is always really busy, where they have some slabs that they're selling. But we're going to see if we can navigate through this and see if we can find some decent deals. I did sell those Pokemon boxes. Just got rid of them for $50, less than what I actually paid for them. I learned a lesson from it. Don't buy any Pokemon stuff. So that was the big lesson that I learned. But you know what? It is what it is. Won't do that again. It's what I get. It's karma for trying to flip something. So anyways, we're going to continue walking around. I'm going to look through these because these boxes are usually pretty good. Okay guys, we did find some boxes to go through. So we're going to go through these boxes here. All slabs. Check them out. They got like 3 boxes to go through. So we're going to see what we can find inside of here. They do have some really nice. Here's a nice Julio from 2019 for $20. Gem Mint 10 Paper Prospects Bowman First card for $20. That's a pretty good deal. And then here's a Pete Alonso 2019 Gem Mint 10 Rookie card from Topps base set for $17. So maybe a good deal. We're going to do comps on it, see if they're good deals. But we're going to continue to look through here because they got some really nice cards in here. They have some nice vintage stuff. Here's a nice 69 Roberto Clemente for $25. Like that card a lot. Alrighty guys, we are back. We just left that table that had all the slabs. Made a couple pickups there. Guys, we are at this table looking through these boxes. They have some pretty decent prospect stuff in here, so we're going to look through all these. See if we can find anything in this table. Check back with you guys in a bit. Thanks, guys. Alrighty, guys, we found Trenton. I want to show you guys his pickups that he made today. He's going to open up the magic case and show us his big reveal. There it is right there. Gretzky Topps rookie card. It isn't the OPT. It is the Topps version, but in SGC4. Very good to excellent. Really nice card here. The back is really nice and clean. Actually, the corners are pretty sharp. Not sure exactly why it got a 4. There's a slight flaw in the bottom left, right down there. Discoloration of the card. That probably is what the deal is. Also in the bottom right. But the centering is pretty much smack on. So a really nice card there. Pretty awesome. What was the other card you picked up? Did you pick up another one today? Oh yeah, you did get that one.
These 3 for 800.
Let me see. You got the JJ Pink. Got the Ant-Man Gem Mint 10. I think this is probably the 3rd or 4th time he's actually owned this card in Gem Mint 10. It keeps coming and going. And then the Gretzky. So the whole deal was $800. Not a bad deal for those 3 cards. So pretty cool. We'll see. He said he's going to PC the Gretzky, but if I know him at all, that'll be gone within a week. But we'll just have to see. I'll keep you guys posted and see if he gets rid of that one. I want you guys' comments down in the comment section, you football guys on the channel. He has this card right here, Joe Burrow National Treasures card, dual patch, rookie card, numbered to 99. Really awesome card here. He did get offered $1,100 for this card today, and he turned it down. So let me know if that is a card that you think he should have turned down, or if you think that he should have taken that deal. So I wanted to show you guys that, and let me know down in the comment section what you guys think of that deal. So that's what he's got going on here. Okay guys, we're at Bryce's table, looking through his box of cards. He usually has, I think, the best cards for the best prices. You find lots of this stuff. There's a Walker Jenkins Bowman First Chrome for $5, so you can get some pretty good deals. Here's a Royce Lewis Bowman Best for $2. So I usually have pretty good luck looking through his boxes of cards. So we're going to look through these and see how we do in this stack. The dollar box legend right there, Elijah Green. Every dollar box you ever find, you'll find Elijah Green. Hopefully he graduates out of the dollar boxes here fairly soon. Lots of Adley showing up in these dollar boxes as I look through them today. Plenty of this stuff right here. Jackson Holiday, Topps Finest. And that is that a rare? No, that's a common. This might be the uncommon right here. Here's the uncommon Jackson Holiday Topps Finest from last year. Rookie card for $10. But he's everywhere in these boxes. And he's actually not doing that bad. Coming up with a few to look at though. A few decent ones. You get lots of this stuff. On-card autos of no-name players. It's typically what you'll get in a lot of these. Here's a nice Zidane Rafalia though. Right there. That's worth a look. It's numbered to $4.99 on the Aqua. Just a lot of these prospects I really haven't heard of. I mean, they're nice cards for a couple bucks for a card numbered to 150, but they're not of any prospects that I heard of. And I know most of the prospects on the top 100 list, so I'll have to look up some of these because they're actually nice cards. I mean, look at this. Here's an Ethan Lindow. I don't know anything about Ethan Lindow. On-card auto for $2. Bowman First, refractor. I don't know. Worth a look. I mean, Bowman First on-card auto for $2. I mean, how can you go wrong, really? Unless it's of a prospect that doesn't even play anymore. But here's a nice Adolis Garcia, numbered to $199 purple for $2. I'm going to continue to look through here. I mean, you aren't going to find anything that will blow you away. You won't find any Nick Kurtz's or any of that kind of thing. Nice Jackson Churio. Well, guys, there's Bryce right there. I did just pick up some cards from him. Actually, some basketball. If you guys can believe, I actually bought some basketball from him. I'll cover those with you guys here a little bit later. I didn't see you had the Rhea Ripley. That one's pretty sweet. So this is Bryce's table. What he has going on here. He always has really good cards and is willing to work a deal with you. So that's why I usually work pretty good deals with Bryce for sure. If you find a good deal like that, definitely worth checking out. So that's about it for today for the card show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and this walk through the show. We did pick up some decent cards. I'll cover with you guys here in a minute. So onwards to the next. Everybody, we are back in our home studio. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video clip from the August edition of the Minnesota Sports Card Show. As you saw in the video, it was pretty packed inside that room. Hopefully they find a way to expand it. It is a decent venue. It is fairly centrally located, but they could definitely use more room than what they have there at the Earl Brown Center in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. We do have the September large show coming up, which is also put on by the Minnesota Sports Card Show, and that is the second big one that they have during the year. The largest one they have is usually in April, and then they do have one in September, which are larger and do bring in some of the national vendors for those shows. So those are ones that we will definitely attend and look forward to coming up here next month. There was quite a bit more Pokemon stuff there yesterday than what I have seen in the past. Some of my favorite dealers that I usually run into at that show did not have tables at the show yesterday. I don't know if that was by design, where they wanted to get into it, but they wanted to give tables more to the Pokemon people, so I'm not exactly sure. There was generally about 3 or 4 dealers that I normally see at that show every time, and they weren't there yesterday, so I'm not so sure what happened there. Hopefully that they get back to having a little bit more of a balance between the Pokemon stuff and the sports card stuff. I also didn't notice any of the vintage people there yesterday. There wasn't any vintage baseball anywhere around that whole showroom floor. I looked for it, could not find any, and there was a lot of basketball and football as far as the sports card stuff. Very few just baseball dealers or guys that had baseball cards generally available. So that was my issues with it. I really didn't go into the show yesterday looking for any specific cards at all. If there were some vintage cards that I came across, I would probably look at that. I didn't notice anyone that had any 71s for sale or any of those types of things. So most of the tables were basketball and football related. Very few baseball cards or baseball dealers there yesterday, and the baseball dealers that did have cards were primarily the more modern stuff and were pretty high priced, so I generally stuck away from that and primarily focused just on boxes. So that's all I did yesterday, was look through boxes of cards for any sort of deals or any sort of decent cards that I can find. So let's go ahead and get into the cards and the pickups I did make at the show. First off was a dealer that had primarily slabs. I did show you guys that in the video, and he usually has some pretty decent cards for a pretty decent price, and I really like the fact that a lot of his cards in his boxes are actually graded. There were a variety of different prices. I did see cards in those boxes that were graded anywhere between $5 and $10 all the way up to $500 and $600. I did pick up one slab card, as you can see there, the Pete Alonso, that we'll talk about here in a second. The first card I picked up is this Travis Bazzana 2025 Bowman paper card, purple, numbered 68 out of 250. The price tag on it was $3, and Travis Bazzana being the #1 draft pick in the 2024 draft, I thought that this was a pretty decent card for the price, so I decided to pick it up. Any numbered Travis Bazzana card or any of the top prospects are usually going to be a pretty decent buy. So this was a really nice card, so I decided to pick it up. I think the comps on it is right around $5, so we'll just have to see. It is a card that I'll probably hold on to, not one that I'll move, because once he does come up and does get called up by the Indians, I would think that this card will go up in value a pretty fair amount, so that would be the time to sell this particular card. The next card I picked up was a couple of Walker Jenkins cards, and as you guys know from previous videos, I am pretty hot on Walker Jenkins right now. So the first one up is this Bowman Best Blue, numbered 86 out of 150. You can see the number right there. It is a really nice Walker Jenkins. The collar absolutely pops, and I really do like the Bowman Best cards. Obviously, it's not his Bowman First card or not his rookie card or any of those types of things, but to get this card at $10, I thought was a pretty decent price. I'll let you guys know what I paid for all these cards at the end, but I actually didn't pay $10 for this card once you kind of figure it out, but it is still a really nice Walker Jenkins card. The next card up is this 2025 Bowman Walker Jenkins, numbered 105 out of 150 on the geometric blue Bowman Chrome card. Really nice Chrome card here. It was at $13. Again, I don't know what I paid for it. I'll give you guys the breakdown as far as what I paid for all these cards, but it is a really nice card. Again, a really nice numbered card of one of the top prospects in the game right now. He is currently at AA and absolutely tearing up AA. I don't know if he's going to get called up to the AAA level before the end of the season, but he's a guy that they have put a lot of hopes on at the beginning part of next season. So this will be a card to hold to that point, but I PC a lot of the Walker Jenkins at this point, so I don't know if I will sell this one down the road. Might possibly if I get a pretty decent price for it, but this one definitely is worth grading. The centering on this card is really pretty much spot on. The corners are really in good condition, so this might be a card that might go to PSA for grading. The same as the Bowman Best card. I might consider grading both of those cards. The last card we picked up from the first dealer is this Pete Alonso 2019 paper base card, just a regular paper Topps card. Nothing too special here, but the comp on this card is right around 20 bucks. I don't have a Pete Alonso rookie card at all, so I thought this one was a pretty decent one to get for $17. I mean, that is what the cost of grading this card is. So I looked at the comps on it at 20 bucks, but I didn't really care much about the comps. Pete Alonso is one of my favorite players in the league right now. Playing really well this season. He just passed 100 RBIs yesterday, and he is now the official leading home run hitter for the New York Mets. He might actually have a pretty decent chance of getting to 500 home runs, so this will definitely be a long-term hold card on this card, and getting it in Gem Mint 10 I thought was a pretty decent deal. So at the first dealer, I think the sticker price on these cards, $23, $26, $43, and I paid $30 for all of these, so $13 below sticker. So I thought that was a pretty decent deal, and that guy always has really nice cards. So that is the first dealer that we went to. The second one we went to, looked through all his boxes, and he had some pretty decent cards, but they were a lot of the same stuff that you see in a lot of dollar boxes. So getting any decent cards out of them, pretty slim pickings, to be honest. So I did pick up this James Wood 2023 Bowman Sapphire. I like Sapphire cards a lot. It was priced at $5. I think that is pretty much what the comp is on this card. And James Wood obviously having a great season, so a Bowman Sapphire of his. Again, it's not his Bowman first card, but it's still a nice Bowman Sapphire card. And this card right here of Connor Brand, probably overpaid on this particular card. I'm not sure why I bought it. I do like the signature on it, and it is an on-card auto. $7. I thought, well, what the heck? It is a Bowman first chrome, so, you know, whatever. I did probably overpay a fair amount on this card. I paid $10 for both of these cards, so not a big deal there. The last one I went to, Bryce's Table. I spent an hour just looking through his baseball boxes, and I found some cards, but nothing that really wowed me at all in his stuff, so I stuck to the Timberwolves. He had a Timberwolves box, so I bought all basketball cards, which is a little bit different for me, and Jaden McDaniels is one of my favorite Timberwolves, so I bought a couple of his cards. I don't have a Tyrese Halliburton rated rookie, $3, and that's probably what this comp's out at. I just bought it for the heck of it, just to kind of work on the price a little bit. And this Jaden Daniels Silver Prism, $2, and then a purple for $15, probably overpaid for this one. I think the comp's on it right around 10 or something, but Jaden Daniels again is one of my more favorite Timberwolves, so this is just a regular purple base card. And then finally a Naz Reid, who is also one of my favorite cards, and this one is a red numbered 23 out of 199, 2023-24 red Deca card. I'm not sure what the comp is on this. I think it's probably going to be fairly close to that $10 price. Again, one of my favorite Timberwolves. So that is what I ended up settling for. This one, I think all four of these are priced at $30. I paid Bryce $25 for them. So I was just getting frustrated at his table because I went through that baseball box he had probably 2 or 3 times just trying to find something that wowed. And I did spend lots of time looking through the top 100 prospect list at different teams, and if the player wasn't in the top 30 prospects for their team, I stayed away from it. He had a lot of autos and relics in that box, but none of the players were in the top 30 on their team rankings, and definitely not the top 100 prospects in baseball. So not worth investing in a player if he's not at least in the top 30 in his team's rankings. So anyways, guys, that was the pickups at the card show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content as far as the Minnesota Card Show for the month of August. So that's all I got for you guys tonight. If you're new to the channel and haven't had a chance to smack that like and subscribe, go ahead and take care of that for me. I greatly appreciate it. If you're an OG subscriber, I definitely appreciate your support. I do have some really good content coming up this week. We are going to reintroduce the giveaways. I did do giveaways quite a bit in the past when I was at less than 1,000 subscribers. I was giving away boxes every 100 subscribers at that point. We did get burned a couple times, so I kind of shied away from it a little bit, but I kind of want to get into reintroducing the giveaway, so I have that giveaway announcement coming up later on this week, so hopefully you guys come back and check that out. And we have other really good content ideas coming up here shortly, so check back frequently to the K Cards channel and see what we got going on here. So thanks guys, appreciate you guys checking out this video. Be safe and happy collecting. We'll talk to you guys later.